Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How you doing? We're getting ready to have a little Hawaiian steak. Now, this is not a ribeye. I'm going to tell you the truth. We hardly ever have ribeyes because they are costly. If we find them on sale, we'll pick them up. But I used to get this steak at a restaurant. They call it Hawaiian ribeye. But this was a round steak. Now, round steak is a cheaper cut of meat, and this happened to be on sale. And I just took this hammer and tenderized this a little bit. I hit it much harder than this when y'all weren't here. Kind of like, really hard. So it tenderized it good, but it also opened it up so that all this would go into the little pieces. You can put this in, ideally I probably should have put this in this morning, left it for a while, but I didn't. But you can put it in for 10 or 15 minutes and it's going to make some difference. I'm just going to use a Ziploc bag. Going to roll the top down like this. And I'm going to pour, this just happens to be chunks, pineapple chunks. And I'm going to pour all the juice, because that's where all that beautiful flavor is. And that's where all that tenderizing properties are. And I'm going to put about half of the pineapples. About that much there. So I got most all the juice. You could probably drain some more out. But I got most all the juice in here. Now this is where you can do you. You can use soy sauce. But Worcestershire sauce is very similar to soy sauce. It's a fermented bean and whatever soy sauce is. And I'm going to put about 2 or 3 good tablespoons of Worcestershire. Oh, that smells so good. Now, I'm going to put, you can put fresh garlic if you want. I have some garlic, but I'm just going to put garlic powder. And I'm going to put about a good tablespoon. That's not all coming out the whole time. I'm shaking there. And of course, my favorite new friend, onion powder. We got storms here. Onion powder has been around for years. It's not new, really, even to me. But I went through a spell there. I just didn't use it. I don't know why. But I've rediscovered it, and I really enjoy it. It adds a lot of flavor without adding onions, just like minced onions. Mama don't care for fresh onions at night late if she's going to have to go to bed. So minced onions, we work out a deal with them. And they don't hurt her stomach. They freeze the dried ones. So that is soy sauce, pineapple juice, pineapple chunks, garlic powder, and onion powder. Now I'm going to salt directly the meat. This is regular old salt, table salt. That, you won't get all the salt, some of it's going to wash off. But you want it down in those little pores. I'm just doing one side. And I'm going to pepper it just the same. Pepper, pepper. This is going to add tons of flavor. You can put anything you want. Southern Secret, anything you want. We make real few of those, Mama. Now, I would take these outside on the Blackstone and give them a try today. That was kind of my original plan until the heavens opened up. We've had a lot of rain and we've had a lot of thunder, and something told me it'd be best just stay in the house. It'd be best just to hang in here and do your cooking on the indoors today. Not been out there any, so why go out there on the first stormy Sunday? Now, all this just going in here. Once again, this is not a ribeye. This is a round steak. I think we got it, the whole pack, for $6 or something. But it's going to make a good meal anyway. You want to make sure you really get this zipped up. Trust me. You could put a little dash of Dijon mustard in there. I think it's sealed. You can put a little dash of Dijon mustard in there. Any kind of seasoning you want to put. And since I'm going to do this a short amount of time, I'm going to make sure that all that meat gets plenty with all that pineapple juice. There's no other liquid in there except your Worcestershire sauce and your pineapple juice. So no water or nothing like that. Now I'm just going to let this sit here for about 10 or 15 minutes. Don't put it in the refrigerator. Now I'm not saying leave it out 2 days. But you want your meat to come up to room temperature if you can. Room temperature if you can. So we're just going to leave this here. This will be a real-time marinade for y'all because I've got Tupperware marinating things. I sure do. But they don't work as well as a bag like this does for short term. They work wonderful if you're going to do them 2 or 3 hours. You're going to leave them in there. You're going to flip that every time you get it in the refrigerator. That's their purpose. If you're just going to do a real short, you want something that'll press this juice around it. Get all the air you can out of there and have that juice on as much of the meat as possible at one time. And that's how you want to make sure your bag is zipped. So I may have to put a picture on here. I don't know how long y'all want to stay here today. But it's going to marinate. I'm going to let it marinate for about 10 or 15 minutes because we got to cook potatoes. Mama's fixing asparagus. And this meat, we will put that in the Macro Pro grill in a couple of batches because there's too much. And we're going to grill it up in about 8 minutes. So if you want to gauge how long we're going to be here, that's how long we're going to be before we eat. It's not going to be long, I promise. Now, can I put cayenne pepper in there? Yes, you can. It'd be delicious. Can you put Slap Your Mama? Can you put some Tony's in there? Yes. Can you put any flavor you want to put? Season. I did garlic and onion powder, and that's all I'm putting in ours today. Now, Mama might sprinkle it with some Southern Secret when she puts it on in the microwave.
No, I'll let you doctor it.
So this is our marinade. Now you think, well, that ain't gonna have time to marinate. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. And that pineapple juice is already breaking that meat down. Pineapple juice has an enzyme in it that breaks meat down. That's the reason it burns your mouth. That's the reason if you eat too many pineapples, you say, that's eating my mouth up here. It literally has. So pineapple juice is a great meat marinade, especially on a cheaper cut of meat. Ribeyes, I would do pineapple on them sometime, but I do it a little differently, and I will marinate those a little longer. And I put them in the Tupperware marinator and flip them as I go, and that works out beautiful. But for a quick, pressure air out of it, put it as tight as you can on the meat. That works out wonderfully.
You want them roasted?
Yes, please. Asparagus. Do y'all like asparagus? I like it fresh. I like it canned. Mama likes it. Sometimes when I'm shooting out ideas and I'll say, would you want this, this, and this, or do you want that, or you want, she'll say, why don't you open up some asparagus? And I'm like, it's green. And she's like, I know, smart aleck. So we do like it. We're going to roast this today. Roast it. We cheat, and I'm going to show you our little cheat right now. Mama, get the bacon grease. A lot of fancy people who really cook the good, they take fresh asparagus, they wrap it in bacon. They do a good job with it, and it's so good. This is a cheat. I'm going to show you the little cheat right now. Anything. I'm going to show you a little cheat. Y'all feel free to use it at your discretion. What's the best thing about the bacon is the grease, the flavor you get. I'm going to put a little bacon grease in this small little pan. I'm not going to put too much, just enough to really coat it. I make what I call a dirty pan roast sometimes, and you've seen me do it before, and that's where I have made bacon maybe the morning before, and I've done it in a sheet pan, and I don't want to do vegetables immediately, but I put that dirty pan in the refrigerator with aluminum foil, and then when I get ready that afternoon, then I get my dirty bacon pan out, because it's just full of that grease. I pour a lot of it off in here, but I will get the dirty pan out, which is equivalent of this, and then I will put my vegetables on. Mama, you want this potatoes too?
I've got bacon.
Oh, we're going to do baked potatoes, so it's just asparagus. So we have drained.
Some carrots or some cauliflower.
You want to put some pieces of cauliflower?
Just let's use.
Mom, so just keep it simple.
A little pan. I forgot about.
Quit trying to complicate things. Mama did drain this just now, and I'm just going to pour it out on here. Going to have great success. Watch it. Watch this.
Well, it's more in there than I thought.
Quite a bit usually. This is just some from the dollar store, but we'll put about half of it there, and we'll do the other half right over here. Now, this is not as fancy. Presentation is not as good as wrapped asparagus on the grill with all the frills. But I'm going to tell you a little something. The flavors will be there. It'll be tasty for our lunch. And it couldn't be much simpler. So dirty pan, or make you a dirty pan with bacon grease, and then put your asparagus, a sprinkle of salt, a sprinkle of pepper, and some y'all's seasoning. Y'all's secret. Southern secret.
Have you got Southern secret?
No, you took it away from me.
Trying to find it.
Mama, you took it away from me. Don't step on that time. We ain't got time for that.
I believe you got it over there.
I don't think. But I never dispute your word till I double check, because I have ranch over here, Mama. I have y'all's ranch. And I will put a little bit of that on since you brought it up. Ranch is a wonderful dressing for salads, but ranch is also a wonderful seasoning for anything else. I like a little shake of ranch on my vegetables. I like it on lots of stuff. And it just absolutely adds a great flavor to it. This is just y'all's brand ranch. So it's a seasoning, not just a dressing. I used to keep all my y'all's spices over here. Mama took them over there when she reorganized.
Well, I'm reorganized too much.
Did y'all hear that? She says now she's reorganized too much.
Cause I can't find my
It was up there the other day.
Southern secret.
Look on the other side. It was right there the other day.
I know it, but I'm finding everything but it.
Ain't that the way it is every time you just need a spice? They're all there except when you're needing. John is just fine. He is moving too slow. I don't know what we're talking
I
about.
think I'll see if I can.
Kathy. Good afternoon, John and Mama. John is just fine. He isn't moving too slow. And if he is, you move along. Oh, mercy. Are we talking about me moving? Lord, people, get your mind on what we're
There
cooking.
it is in the drawer.
What we're cooking and what we're doing. Quit worrying about whether I'm moving, standing, jumping, sitting, whatever. Y'all really need to refocus. Some of y'all, oh mercy. I've tried to weed most of things out. I go through anybody who's made negative comments or just those silly stuff like that. I just relieve you of all the burden of fooling with us. I don't want to be a burden to nobody. So therefore, I want you not to have to worry with it. So I just block you. But we ain't gonna vote that.
Are you?
I'm through. Southern Secret was applied. And that's going in the air fryer for about 15-20 minutes, and they'll be perfect. They'll have a little crust on them. That bacon grease will go through them. You've never taken a can of asparagus and made it into something wonderful. Right now's your opportunity. Trust me. Now, all this time we've been carrying on
I
our
worked
meat.
it once.
Pardon?
I worked it once.
Oh, okay. All this time our meat's just been marinating, and Mama says she even worked it through once. You just pick it up and kind of get it going in there. And that's going to go into that meat, and where I pounded it with that hammer, that tenderizing hammer, a lot of that's going to go in there. Just pure goodness, folks. Pure goodness. I don't know how much will fit in our Micro Pro today for one batch, but we'll just do another batch. It's just 8 minutes. We're not talking about an all day's cooking, folks. I guess, are we doing bread today, Mama?
I can toast the sourdough bread.
That would be good. Just a piece of sourdough toast. I'm hooked on that sourdough toast. Little Mills has got me hooked on their sourdough stuff. Has this been here 15 minutes?
I don't know. I didn't look at the clock.
Y'all tell me. We'll get on here.
They do better than me.
Yeah, they keep up with stuff better than we do. Let's move on up the road. Watching from Alabama. It's hot in Georgia. It's cooled down. We've had that storm. It's 75 here. I don't care for ranch. No offense to anyone who does. Mary, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Just leave that part out. I'm getting Mary. I don't know why. But I don't like ranch as well as I used to. I guess it's just my tongue is changing, my flavor. I like a little bit more vinegary or like honey French or something on salads. I like ranch for dips. And I still will eat it, but I used to it was just exclusive. Give me ranch, give me ranch. Now I'm like, I'll take that vinaigrette, or I'll take that, I want that twangy more stuff sometime. But it may change back to just wanting ranch. I love honey French and those kinds of stuff too. So this does help get it, push it around in the meat, gets it moving around. And like I said, this is just Worcestershire sauce and pineapple. You can already tell the meat's changing colors, which means it's absorbing a lot of that marinade. A lot of that sweet pineapple juice is just going to give the best little flavor. This is one way to take a cheaper cut of meat, something you find on sale, a round steak or something, and upscale it a little bit. Now, nobody ain't going to be convinced it's a ribeye. I didn't say it was a miracle. But they will think, boy, that's a good taste on that meat. I want to let it go about 15 minutes. At least 15 minutes. Then you're good to go. What I should have done, which really we hadn't decided, yesterday spaghetti was still a part of the plan. So this morning, I got up, I had coffee, I had Sunday school, and Mama made eggs and toast, and we rushed out the door to church. And don't forget to marinate that meat, wasn't even brought up. So when we come home, Mama said, we can't marinate that meat now. I said, yeah, we can for 15 minutes. If we had to cook it for an hour, but it ain't going to be bad to cook it and marinate it all under 30 minutes. Be a lot longer, a lot less time than 30 minutes. So don't give up hope when you forget to marinate or something. Marinate for a minute. Marinate for 15 minutes. Michigan here. Well, hello, Mary from Michigan. I from Virginia. Hi, June. Doris, hello from Cave City, Kentucky. We spent a vacation up in Cave City. Went to Mammoth Cave. No. I think it's a good experience for everybody. But I would never do it again. I'm glad I have done it, but I don't want to do it no more. There's just something about knowing how far below the Earth's surface I was. I was a little claustrophobic. I can get claustrophobic on an elevator though. So the idea of going down those steps, it was an experience, closest thing I ever come to cave exploring or any of that stuff. And it was a wonderful experience and I learned a lot of stuff. I was young and it didn't bother me as bad. But like right now, just thinking about going under, have you been through all the caves there? It's a wonderful experience. There's more than Mammoth Cave. There's other ones, but it's a good experience. Hi from Texas. Love y'all. Well, Ashley, we love you too. We've been praying for Texas. I know y'all have had some horrible weather and the deaths, and it's just been so heartbreaking. Everything I seen was heartbreaking. Just everything. It was just horrible. Pray for Texas. Continue to pray for Texas. It's just a bad time. Thank you, Michael. We love you too. We are having KFC for lunch. Oh, mercy. Serena. Sometimes that's the best lunch. I'm all for home cooking. I'm all for all that stuff. But every once in a while, I bring in a bucket of chicken because Mama loves it. I like it. I do like KFC. It's one of my favorites, in fact. But I just think I'm Mama's most of the time. But to keep them cooking, just open up that bucket and have a nice piece of chicken and some mashed potatoes, and it's a good treat. It's a good treat. We like to go to our local pizza place out here and get catfish sometimes. We like to, every once in a while, we have even gotten a pizza. But really and truly, we cook at home most of the time. I don't even eat breakfast out anymore. I used to. Every once in a while, I'd go ahead and eat breakfast out. Maybe once or twice a month. I'm not doing it in a long time. I just, really and truly, I know I'm boring and I'm simple. Y'all don't even have to comment on that. But if I have my druthers and Mama's up and able and wanting to do it, she'll say, "You want me to fix your egg sandwich? You're going to stop and get something." I say, "I just don't have an egg sandwich." True story. Ain't it, Mama?
Yep.
And most of the time, I guess because she knows how I am, she'll say, "I'm going to fix you an egg sandwich." Oh, okay, that sounds good. And sometimes even if I don't get an egg sandwich, I'll settle for a pack of peanut butter crackers and a cup of coffee, and I hit the door. I just don't find that I enjoy going out anywhere anymore. I'm not depressed. No, I'm not. I just, and my tastes have gotten simpler. Me and Mom were talking about our hamburgers the other day. Now, when we do hamburgers, my hamburger is lettuce and onions and tomatoes, salad dressing, and cheese. Yeah. So, and Mama's is tomato and mustard and a burger and a bun.
Simple.
And she